Good morning, YouTube. Kenny Tony coming at you today. Thank you for checking out this channel. Today's video is going to be all about the Raptor 250s, particularly this gray one right here. We're going to be wrapping it up and getting you on your way. Hey YouTube, thank you for checking out this video. We have 3, 1, 2, and 3 Raptor 250s sitting behind us. These right here are done. I wrapped up the Raptor 250 twin playlist a couple of weeks ago, so these two are going to be for sale. Hopefully one of the two are going to be gone this weekend, and this one right here is one that we've gotten finished up yesterday, and it's going to be going out to one of my friends. So basically this one has gotten the detailed clean and the wash that I usually do. We're going to just flip this camera around, close up this video, and talk about everything that we've gotten done to it, and then, you know, see what the next project's going to be. All right, so right here we have 2008 Raptor 250, and this one is absolutely complete as well, and this one's been clean. So this one has the tires that came on my son's Raptor 125 when we first purchased it. They're pretty much 21-inch quad Boston in the front, 20 inches in the rear. This thing is super clean, it looks really nice, and we're going to get the camera flipped around and show you all what we've gotten done. So this is one of the ones that we finished up. This was the first one that I gotten. So for those of you who don't remember this one, I purchased this one out in Parkersburg, West Virginia. Long story short was I paid $1,200 for it, and I went out there and was under the impression that it may have had some electronic issues and maybe had needed like a coil, CDI, maybe an ECU. So I got out there to see it. The guy had it taken apart. I kind of wanted to get out of the area, so I got out, got it home to find out we had absolutely zero compression. So when I took the top of the motor off, the cylinder was destroyed, the piston had broke, and basically that just put me into a lot more than what I thought it was going to be. Electronically, everything else worked fine, so we just had to work on that. The cylinder was out and was out of stock, so basically we went with a re-sleeve, and I had Withrow Power Sports, I think they're out in PA area, and they did the re-sleeve and sent that back for me. Took a few weeks, which was fine, but we got the piston rings. He did the ring gap, the re-sleeved cylinders in there, the head. I put new valves in the head, new valve seals. So up top we have new valves, valve seals, has the same rings or the same springs that it had. It had new rings, piston, new cylinder, so pretty much top end's all redone. Carburetor was soaked in a chem dip that I usually use, and everything came out great with that. Valves were reset, bottom end was fine, so we didn't really have to do anything with that. I did split the cases just to make sure there was no loose metal in it. Overall, just a couple little rough spaces here, a little rust, a little bare spot right there, but it looks great. Clean this thing up with some of that cheap cleaner called Awesome, and it works absolutely amazing. Picked it up at like the dollar store for like $3, and I use it to clean my parts up, and it works absolutely great. So after I cleaned the whole thing up, I did just use it on the wheels as well, and it worked like a great degreaser. And after that, I just used Black Magic Tire Shine. I cleaned the plastic, stripped all the grease and everything off all the plastics, all the handprints, fingerprints, and then I used some of that SC1 new bike in a can, and man, this thing looks freaking good. Pretty sure my friend's going to be impressed with it, and he's going to really like it, so I'm not really worried about that. What we did was, the plan was to keep this one as stock as possible with no real changes. So one of the things that I did do was, in the building of these right here, I came across a couple aftermarket parts that were kind of upgrades, and I reached out to him to make sure it was okay if I did those, you know, at first. So basically over here you see that both of these machines have stock rear bumpers. I came across this rear bumper here, which is a little upgraded one, a different design. I came across this one when I was shopping, and I actually found it for somebody had it in a bundle online cheap. So for them, I got the new airbox from them, and I got the bumper, a tail light, and I felt like I got something else, but I can't remember what it is. Maybe a battery, which is in there. I got a couple parts in a seat, and I got a seat that I really needed the seat for here. All that for like $200, and if you know, that was a pretty good deal. yeah, if you're going to be looking for a battery can be about $20. A new seat shipped to you from Partzilla is about $150. The air box is about $20. The rear bumper can be about $50. So you're over that $200 mark already. You're about $250, $260. So it was saved me a little bit of money to get that. So I went ahead and got the seat for one of these Raptor 250s over here. And in getting that seat, I actually got a new battery for his quad as well as a different bumper. So I put the stock bumpers over here on these 250s and I put the upgraded one on his. So flip it back around. So we did get the new grips put on here, and these are Moose Racing front grips. So they work absolutely great. We found a stock cover right here that just goes over top of the clamps that fit on there good. We did put a new key in it just because it only came with one key and I wanted to give it to him with two. So we went ahead with two keys. Other changes to the machine was we have the Ls4 seat cover. And the reason this is on here and not the stock one is because my son had this Ls4 seat cover on his Raptor 250, and we're going to redo his machine in a yellow. So we went ahead and purchased him a new seat cover and decided to go ahead and swap the seat on here to my friend and make it look a lot better. We did go ahead and put the little shorty vent right here on there for him. I mean, overall, this machine looks absolutely amazing, and it's going to be a solid one. Starts right up with no problem. May need a little choke. May need a little bit of a choke right there, but try that one more time. Absolute music to my ears. We cleaned up the heel guards, we repowder coated the foot pegs, we repainted the exhaust, made it real clean. We soda blasted the whole motor, made it look real nice. I mean, overall, it's a night and day difference compared to what it was. In having the machine, we did go around and we checked all the bushings and all the bearings. One of these was kind of loose on one side, so I did replace the upper bushings on the control arms. The brakes have been changed in the front and rear. The wheel bearings are good. The swing arm bearings are good. The motor mounts weren't broke or anything. I mean, overall, we went through this machine and did it justice. Cleaned it up really nice and made it look really good. Cables are still good and cleaned on there, not all rusted out. It still does have the OEM park brake that's on there. And a lot of these Raptor 250s that you find don't have any of that on there. So it cleaned up well. Factory electronics. So none of the Chinese things and the Chinese parts. Nothing wrong with any of the Chinese parts, but sometimes the quality lacks in certain things, you know. We also, on this side, let me show you, we did switch out the chain. So his chain that came on here was a black chain, maybe a gray chain that I put on that Raptor 250 over there, the blue one. So I was short one chain, and what I decided to do was take the normal raw metal gray chain off of this machine here and put it on the blue over there. And then we put, you know, the black chain back on what was over there because I was short one. And once again, what we decided was my son's Raptor 250 had a very minimal use chain on there, which was red. So we went ahead and put the red chain and everything on here. And I mean, when I say minimal use, I mean like minimal use. And we put the red chain on here, and it's a red X-ring chain. So it looks absolutely amazing and new. And it just brings out some more of the color. All right, and there you see it. We do have the X-ring chain on there, and it looks absolutely amazing. I love that phrase. It looks absolutely amazing. We also went ahead and put a Gland Innovation case saver on here. So this is one of the ones off top of the line ones. So you could also get that addition that kind of goes into here. I didn't buy that for this one because it just wasn't worth it for me. The case saver itself was maybe like $55 or $60, which was about the same price as if I went with a factory chain guard. But that little piece here keeps your chain from binding up in there, but I did not purchase that. But yeah. All right, so as it all boils down, this Raptor 250 is done. We have the other 250s done, so everything is completed right here. Things are going to be going for sale soon. Things are going to be getting out of here and getting new homes. And we're going to just see what our next project is going to be. I kind of been thinking about working on this RM 250 that I have, two-stroke, that is a 91 or 92. I need to check the VIN to actually see. But yeah, I'm gonna probably do a series on that. We're gonna see how that build process is gonna be. But thanks for checking out this video. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe.